Right. Okay, this is a video about soccer. Welcome everybody. My name is Principal Matt Roll, and this is our newest administrator or remote learning coordinator, Mr. Thomas Ryan.
Hey everybody.
Yeah. Before we begin the video, a lot of people have been asking me about my lip. So folks, while I was out of town, somebody tried to rob me. But don't worry, they will be okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. So Mr. Fryer is here to tell us about the AYSO Soccer League that we're going to be participating in this year. AYSO Soccer begins in August. That's coming up really soon. So as we begin, Coach Fryer, would you please tell us about the 4 different age groups that DaVinci Tree will be participating in this year?
Absolutely. So the key thing about the way that AYSO breaks up their age groups is it's not actually by the age of the player, but it's by a range of birth years. So the first one that we are going to talk about is our 8U division. 8U consists of students born in 2018 and 2019. For that division, it's 4 per side when we're playing games, so it'll be 4 kids from another team against our 4 kids, with a max roster size of 6 students and a minimum roster size of 5 students. So we need at least 5 students to sign up in this division to be able to form a team. The reason why the minimum and maximum roster size is so low is because AYSO is a firm believer that kids need to be on the field playing to learn the game and to develop. So having small rosters ensures that each player is going to be able to play for at least half of a game. Moving on from 8U, the next age division is going to be 10U. In 10U, it consists of students born between 2016 and 2017. Games will be 7 aside, so 7 from one team versus our 7. And before I forget, both 8U and 10U divisions, games will be played either at Jesse Owens Park or in limited cases at Udall Park. So we're all pretty close to Jesse Owens and Udall now. They're less than 10 minutes away from the school, so we like that. There may be some night games on Friday night, or the majority of them, will be night games on Friday between 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. If it does happen to be on a Saturday, it can be anywhere between 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. We will definitely let you know as soon as rosters and schedules are finalized, when and where games are going to be, as soon as we are aware. The next age division that we're going to talk about is 12U. And 12U consists of players that were born between 2014 and 2015. We need at least 11 players on the 12U team, and a maximum of 12 rosters. A maximum of 12 players. We play 9 aside for the 12U division, so 9 on one team versus our 9. Games are located either at Jesse Owens or at Udall. And from the same time frame as the other divisions. And the last division that we have is our 14U, which will be basically our middle school students born between 2012 and 2013. This is the hardest age group to fill a roster out for because we need between 13 and 15 players. This age division is full 11v11 regulation size field and goals. So like real high school all the way up through pro soccer, this is what you would see. Games are located a little bit farther away from the school for this age division because there are so few teams located around the Tucson area that AYSO has decided to make it easier on everyone and kind of meet at parks that are located centrally. So the 3 locations for those, for that age division would be Lincoln Park, Relito Park, or I forget the exact name of the park, but I know it's out in Saurita, so we'll update that when that information becomes available. All of our teams, as it stands, will be co-ed, so boys and girls will be on one team, unless there is enough girls for any particular age division to form an all-girls team, in which case then we would make an all-girls team. I think that's it for the age groups, so we're going to bring back Mr. Rule and talk about a couple more things.
Hello. So because we're participating in the AYSO League and not the normal TUSD sports, there is a significant fee involved. It is a $150 fee total. $125 goes to the local AYSO branch, and it gives you a lot of different things. And $25 goes to the National AYSO Association that provides each and every student with insurance, so that if they get injured or something like that, there is that safety net there. Now, for the $125 that each family will have to pay, it is an excellent value. There's a lot that is included in that. And so, Coach, can you tell us about some of the things that each kid is going to get for that $125?
Absolutely. So each and every player that pays the $125 registration fee will receive 2 game jerseys, a home and an away. Unfortunately, we're not sure about what color yet. I tried to get a screen to match our school colors, but we'll see.
And every team might be different, too.
Every team may be different, so we're not exactly sure. So 2 game jerseys, a pair of game shorts, as well as a pair of game socks. So you get 1 sock, 1 pair of shorts, 2 jerseys.
And the practice t-shirt.
Oh, and I'm sorry, yes, a practice t-shirt as well. So it's really quite a great value for all 3 of those things included with the price of 10 weeks of soccer.
Yep. And then midway through the season, too, it's traditional for AYSO teams to take photos. And so the $125 also includes the photo package that, for your family to remember the year in sports. So again, it's an incredible value, and we know that our families aren't used to paying that much for sports, because we always try to keep things as affordable as possible so that everyone can participate. But if your family is struggling and you cannot pay the $150, please reach out to the email listed here, treasurer at ayso153.com. There are a limited number of scholarships that they have set aside for Da Vinci Tree families, so please only reach out if you really, really need it. It is $150 per student, and so we do understand that creates a lot of burden for some of our families. Now, in order to sign up, you have to go to the AYSO153.com website to get your kids set up. As a parent, you're going to set up your parent or guardian account. And then once you set up your parent or guardian account, you have to put in your child's information. Now, if you don't have your kid's birth certificate immediately in front of you when you're filling out the document, you can just take a selfie or something, put it in there, and after your child is registered, they'll reach out to you to get the birth certificate, so that's okay. Once you put in your child's information, the next screen will take you to what category you want to sign them up for. Choose the Da Vinci category. So sign-ups for AYSO have already closed, except for Da Vinci. They've set up a special system just for us to get you guys signed up. Now, sign-ups will be open until the end of the month, but you need to get signed up on or before the 24th, this next week, if you want to get your uniform on time for the first game. Okay, so please, 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 if you're interested in soccer, get signed up before the 24th so you get your uniform before the first game, and that way you can match with all your teammates. Right?
Oh, before we move on, too, we talked about what the $150 fee does include, but it's also really important to mention what it doesn't include.
Absolutely.
So the things that parents will need to provide for their players are a pair of cleats or cleat-like shoes. So sometimes for soccer, we call them indoor shoes or turf shoes that basically they don't have the studs on the bottom, but they have a grip pattern that allows for traction on natural surfaces. And then a pair of shin guards. Shin guards are probably the most important part of the entire uniform. Parents, please don't feel like you have to spend a bunch of money on name brand Nike or Adidas cleats and shin guards for your players. In most cases, at this age, they're going to outgrow these things within one season.
Yeah.
So there's no reason at all to spend, pro money for youth sports equipment right now. We will provide the links below to a couple of different brands of cleats and shin guards that I used when I was growing up that are affordable.
In the notes. So you might have to click on the YouTube link and then go to the notes, yeah.
And these can be found at places like Big 5 Sports, Walmart, Target, or really many places that you get groceries or other apparel.
And in fact, on September the 4th, there's the opening ceremony, and Mr. Fryer and I were talking about this. They do a cleat recycle at the opening ceremony. And so if you are interested in that, it is on September the 4th, and I don't know where it is located, but I'm sure you could Google AYSO 153 opening ceremony, And on September 4th, they have all of the lightly used cleats from families from previous seasons that are being donated to anybody who's participating this season and needs a pair. And that's easily the most expensive other item, right? Because shin guards are generally pretty
Fairly
affordable.
cheap, absolutely.
Yeah. Now, even if you sign up, even if you pay the $150, even if you buy the cleats and the shin guards, there's still a possibility that your child's team will not be formed and you will be refunded the amount. And that is because parent participation is mandatory, okay? And so this is the most parent active sport that we've ever played. Every team is going to require parent participation. Every parent of every child is going to have to be involved because DaVinci is not providing transportation. You will have to drive your child to their games every Saturday for 10 consecutive weeks, okay? And it's important that you know this. Also, there's going to be multiple teams at every age group. If we take 8U, for example, 8U, a team in 8U is only 6 kids.
Maximum,
okay? So if we have 18 kids in this age group sign up, that's 3 teams, okay? Now, you may have noticed that there's only one Coach Fryer.
unfortunately.
Now, if we have 3 teams in 8U and they're all playing games on Saturday morning, how is one coach supposed to coach 3 teams simultaneously? He can't. And in fact, 8U, 10U, 12U, and 14U all play games around the same time. So it's actually a lot more than 3 teams. So every single team is going to need to have 2 official parent volunteers. Now, Coach Fryer is the lead coach of every team, right? But we are going to need a parent volunteer to be the assistant coach because Coach Fryer is not going to be at most games for the team. He's going to lead all the practices. He's going to help coach the assistant coach. But we need to have a parent assistant coach to be there for the team at every game. They're the ones who coordinate everything to make sure that if a kid is getting really tired, we can switch them out with a kid who's waiting. They're the ones that make sure that when Coach Fryer's not there, that the kids are still doing what they're supposed to be doing, all that good stuff. The assistant coach actually has to pass a background check. And so if you are interested in being the assistant coach, you have to be felony free and you have to be willing to submit to that background check. So as you're going through registering your child, make sure that when it asks if you'd like to volunteer, say yes, okay? And then choose assistant coach. If you choose that, they're going to send you an email, and the email is going to come from a specific company that is Sterling Volunteers. The Sterling Volunteers company will run the background check on you, so you need to make sure you're checking your spam folder to see if the Sterling Volunteers email has been sent out to you. Now, the second thing that we need a parent volunteer for each team is the team parent. And Coach Fryer, can you tell us a little bit about what it means to be a team parent?
Absolutely. So for the team parents, luckily, team parents do not need to pass a background check. The only thing that team parents are responsible for would be coordinating snacks from week to week. So tradition in AYSO is every family of a student on the team or a player on the team takes a turn providing snacks at the game. So that could be, your classic orange slices and water bottles, all the way to something fancy if you wanted, but it doesn't have to be expensive, and the teams are fairly small, so it really doesn't even have to be a lot of food. And then the other thing that they would be responsible for coordinating is just making sure that every parent knows the time and location for next week's game. All practices will be held on campus at DaVinci, so you don't have to worry about that. But it would be a lot if we have as many teams as we're expecting for me to make sure that I'm coordinating with every parent for every age division and every individual team. It'd just be too much. So I want to make sure that everybody gets accurate information, and it's a lot easier if I can just correspond with the team parent for each team.
For sure. And so again, going back to that initial example, if we have 18 kids sign up under the 8U age group, okay, that means that we have to split them off into 3 teams. That means for each of those 3 teams, we need 2 official parent volunteers. So we need 6 official parent volunteers. And if we don't have 6 official parent volunteers, we're only going to be able to field as many teams as we have parent volunteers for, which means all the kids are not going to be able to play, which is very sad. And so we want you parents to sign up and volunteer. And even if you don't sign up and volunteer, parents, every parent is going to have to drive their kids to the game. Every parent is expected to stay for the game, to cheer their kid on, And at the end of the game, every parent is expected to show sportsmanship and create those fun little parent tunnels. For the
At least for you younger
kids.
kids. I know you middle schoolers would want probably no part in that.
I'm going to do it for my middle schooler. Miles, if you do this, I'm going to be there. I'll be the only one, just for you. Anyway, but parent volunteering is mandatory. And so, again, we need to be really clear. If you sign up and your child isn't able to play because we don't have the parent volunteers, you will be immediately refunded for everything. So there is no sunk cost on this. So please, please, please sign up. Anything else, Coach?
I think that's it. If you guys have any other questions regarding registration or responsibilities or anything like that, we will put our emails below. We'll try to get back to you within 24 hours with that information. And remember, to get your jerseys and everything on time, you must be signed up by July 24th. So if you're interested in playing soccer, tell your friends, get them into it too, so we can fill out the teams, and let's have a good season.
Yeah. And we want to say thank you for the 2/3 of all of our families who came out for the open house.
Awesome, guys. It was great seeing everybody.
Yeah, biggest open house we've ever had. It was a lot of fun. So, yeah. Well, from myself and Coach Fryer, we just want to say thank you for watching this video, and we'll see you on Thursday,
See you Thursday, everybody.
Last week of summer. Goodbye.